guarantee
think
you
about,
million ideas.
you can easily visualize the ring called Pure Justice. You can visualize it as a sick fucking dome. On the front it says Pure Just Ice. Pure is the sponsor, one of the sponsors that helps us to get up and running, because internationally they have some fucking money. They're willing to switch their entire system. They get bought out by the corporation laterally known as V2O. And they dominate, I think, everything, because when you buy a bottle of water, you know what you buy? You buy a piece of a fucking relatively illuminated human future. You're buying into the only aquatic prophecy that the world has ever seen. And of course, it's not my job to build any of these ideas.
I beat up a Dalmatian the other day.
What shape would you suggest? We were talking inside. Slacks thought that we should build water spheres. Like, what should we hide? If you have a water cleaner for your house that isn't one of those Brita filters that takes 3 minutes, it actually sits there and it takes an hour. You have to be ahead of your game. What shape would we put it in? If it was going to be in the living room, what shape would we put it in? We thought probably a sphere.
First of all, I wouldn't put it in the living room.
What if you had a 3-foot diameter, pure silicate glass sphere of totally, absolutely purified water? The water inside that sphere was the water you were going to drink from the inside of the planet.
You know what I do to make it most effective?
Can you keep it? You can keep that totally clean, right? You could have an aquarium with nothing but purified water. No fish today. It's a special time.
What's up with this?
He's definitely special.
What's up with that?
You can keep them together if you want.
What's up with
I
that?
don't know. I just did it with my nephews once, and
So that's the thing now?
so what shape do you think? You know that you know that water, $1 a bottle of water, if you can make it locally in most places, is a fucking huge revenue generator.
All you gotta do is charcoal filters. If you do a tube, say about 20 feet high, you can layer the charcoal filters like
You're
this.
talking about water purification?
No, selling philanthropic.
He won't listen.
We're selling
You won't
water
listen
into
to
construction
sensible
materials. We're
ideas.
making bricks, and we're using them to build structures all
He's
over the
making
world.
bricks.
But
I'm
you know
talking
what?
about
Water
purifying.
bricks.
Purifying is an invention already out here.
I'm not talking about purifying. He's saying that. You're not listening to me.
You can take any water.
He's not listening to me.
He's the one that talked about purifying.
No, but I'm saying you can take
Talk
any
about
water.
I didn't say that.
Especially like villages in Africa, the water is filthy and unclean.
But you need a machine, right? You need
No,
a device.
it's about this big.
And it's very inefficient compared to one that's 20 feet high.
Yeah, they can.
I'm just saying.
What I'm saying, the average
It costs a lot more to make these.
No, for the family.
If you add it up, it makes.
If you let me finish.
But why would I let you finish? We were in the middle of an
It's a
episode already.
family-
You just like walked
it's a
up and
family
started.
thing,
Just
whereas
Fuck
you go to the water, to the village, the local, you scoop water, it pours through, it purifies it, and like that. And you're done. So now you can have drinking water without going through.
You're talking about safety.
And they're distributed through non-for-profit organizations.
It's a nice thing, but you're talking about safe water, not great water, and it's fine. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, especially right now when you can't purify water in a more efficient way.
Dig a hole in the dirt near the water they have.
Anything that you put in everybody's house,
Would you
let it
like
seep
that
through the
invention
soil.
better than you would like, you know.
Like when I run out of water while I'm out camping, it's just find a nice flat patch of dirt near flowing water or any water source. You dig probably 2-3 feet away, down about 8-9 inches. Water seeps into that hole through the dirt. You got filtered water, crudely, but still.
But I said something. I told him what I was talking about, which was that when we do sell bottles, when we do transport it, we're using construction materials. This is a fucking brick. And then he said, no, he's talking about water purification. We were talking about water purification, but it was different than what I said to you, and then you just addressed him. There's lots of people choose to address people who are slightly easier than me. I don't mean to call you easy. You're a little more...
Well, I am. No, you were talking about
I'm saying that
filtration
a
spheres.
filter you more efficiently if you have time on your side, which we don't. You know, time is not on our side. You can build large, beautiful, community-centric water filters where the water from that city comes up into a structure that the community came together to build and is just super purified. You know,
Good luck getting a community together
having
these
safe
days.
water is a bigger deal in terms of humanity. Having good water is a big fucking deal to individuals worldwide. Having good water, like water that is not only safe,
Hang on, let me
but
see.
tastes great. So I was talking that we were actually going to build with my company, if we succeed, you know, with films generating tons of investment revenue and building crazy things. Eventually, we'd say you know, we would like to be the predominant supplier of bottled, you know, water worldwide. Now there's 2 worlds. There's 4 worlds. There's the first world, the second world, the third world, and the fourth world. And we have 4 different systems. The one that we put in America is a giant rocket. It looks like a V-2 rocket from World War II. It's incredibly threatening. It's saying you have to fucking get along now. This is a water filter. This is a water filter. But if somebody else comes along, it's actually it's going to be a rocket. We built a water filter. It's for a film. It's a story.
You know what they put in
very
bottled water to make it taste better? Salt. You know what that also does?
Yeah.
Completely negates the effect of hydrating yourself.
Which is sad.
It's hey, this is fun. Squirrel.
Hey!
See, she answers to squirrel.
Dano!
Dano! Loki!
Oh, Loki is in there.
Yeah, Loki's hiding from me.
But, I don't know, Mr. Alex.
In the first world, we're guilting people. We're building community-centric, beautiful fountain. It's a fountain. A rocket.
A rocket.
A glass, clear glass,
rocket.
sustainable filtration rocket.
Yeah,
It's not a rocket. It's just it's a sculpture. It's a memorial. It's a memorial against war.
Okay. So,
It filters the water right there. We use local tap water in America. Every big bottle, our bottles are also rockets too. So they're aquatic bottle rockets. We're trying to get people to focus on the past in this one way. Every time you buy a bottle, you're going to give us $1, and it's a big bottle. It's not like little bottles. It's a bullshit. Now that is also going to send a bottle of water to the poorest place in the world, and the sum result of that is to send every time somebody in the first world buys a bottle of water from Democracy, from my corporation, our corporation, 1 bottle gets sent to them, which gives them a bottle of water in addition to their own supply, because their own supply is depleted. They don't have enough in some places at all. It sends them water, and it gives them a large construction brick, a strong, modern construction brick. We make these devices by the billions, and they're assembled wherever they go, so every time you drink a bottle's going to someone fucking else. We float them there in the ocean, towed behind a sailboat, built on volunteer labor. It takes 4 months for 1 billion water bottles. We send the water, we float.
That's doing too much.
If we have to send water to the coast near the Sahara Desert, right? No, it's not.
You're selling and...
Of course, we're actually where are we manufacturing? We're manufacturing in the middle of the Sahara Desert using the power of the sun and a massive number of solar panels. That's where we're building. That's where we're building the bottles, the materials. They get
It's going to cost you too much to get permits.
They're sent to other countries flat, right?
In the Sahara Desert.
This is just the raw materials. We send them. We send them to another country. It's like a fiberglass mat. We send them to another country. They go into a small factory where purified water is then locked in that case. We actually purify huge amounts of water in the desert itself. The Sahara becomes the most aquified place on the planet. I mean, we export hundreds of millions
you know what that would do?
of organic vegetables.
Throw off the entire ecological balance of the natural world.
No. We're taking it from the ocean. We're taking it from the ocean. We're lowering the ocean levels using Mike's fusion power plant.
Yeah, lower the ocean level. That's a great idea.
Well, it's rising anyways. We eat the rising water level and we store it in billions and billions and billions of 40-foot diameter glass jars. I'm kidding, of course, but the story is phenomenally powerful. This isn't Transformer. This is a story of a 4,000-foot pyramid built in the Sahara Desert out of pure silicate glass spheres filled with water. And it comes from the ocean. It's enough to lower the global ocean levels by 1 inch. And we fill the entire desert with a huge water pyramid. It's there in case, while other people think that there's not enough water,
what happens
we're
if you
proving
add
that
too
there's
much
enough
water to the Sahara Desert?
We can store.
Bye-bye hurricanes.
The water's encased in glass. The water's encased in 40-foot diameter spheres that we manufacture for $36 each. I don't know how much water fits inside of a 30-foot diameter sphere or a 40-foot diameter sphere.
30-foot diameter sphere for $36.
Well, it's made of sand and a few other materials, which we actually.
That's
we buy.
That's
What? Well, how are we going to store? How are we going to store the water?
$36 each. You'd probably have to make over 100,000.
100,000. You'd have to. You realize they have to stack like they're going to go like this.
It's not gonna.
Millions. You know what? How many fit in 1 square mile? Do the calculations. Do you know how many fit in 1 square mile if you stack a second level or a third level or a fourth level? If one breaks, of course, the whole thing can come down. But you know what happens if one does break? Which happens 1 every 1,000 pyramids. No, the glass falls down. Some flows. The water evaporates. We lose 1 in 1,000 pyramids, and each pyramid has 1,000 spheres. We lose one, nothing happens. We come in, we recycle the glass. We have a large